So can I introduce you? So can you explain who you are?
Member of Knesset Simcha Rothman, the chair of Constitutional Law and Justice Committee, which is the equivalent of Judiciary Committee in other countries.
I talk a lot about the politicisation of the judiciary and the corruption of the judiciary. Am I right that you've tried to address certain issues with regards to the Supreme Court in Israel?
Yes, so basically I was working on it now for more than a decade. Outside of the Knesset, I'm in the Knesset for 4 years now. We started doing it. A lot of mess happened in Israel because of this, because some people will hold to this stronghold of undemocratic power. So a lot of protests.
Remember them?
But you remember them. But I think now, during the war and after the war, people understood how it's important not only for the issues that we were talking about before the war, but also for the ability of Israel to fight this radical Islam that we face in Israel and you face in England. Basically, same aspects of the same issues.
I saw recently the leader of El Salvador made a comment saying that unless you address the mafia who control the judiciaries, you'll never solve your country's problems. He was probably talking to Israel, talking to Britain, talking to America. Do you see it in a similar way?
There is a similar way because when you're an elected official, as I am, or you're working with the people on the ground, as you do, you cannot ignore problems. When you sit in your high chair somewhere, you can ignore problems. So you're basically unaccountable to the public. You can do whatever you want. You can make any decision, and you don't pay the price. And that's why judiciary anywhere around the world is less connected to the real world problems that elected officials and activists are connected to. So this is why you sometimes don't understand. Don't you see what's happening? Don't you see? I have this issue in Israel for the incitement for terror. People would go in Israel. There were 5 indictments in a year on incitement for terror. Now in Israel, when you do like this on your Facebook page, on your Facebook feed, you have thousands every day, 5 indictments a year. So we started working on it. That's the issue. You don't deal it because you don't see the outcome. You sit somewhere, you feel better with yourself. You say, okay, so I'm freedom of speech, but you don't understand that these words kill people.
I recently, since I've been here in South Tel Aviv, I met some Jewish community who said that Sudanese or Eritrean killers or rapists could kill and rape a Jewish Israeli. They'd go to prison and they'd be prevented from deporting these people due to the Supreme Court. Is that right?
Yes, and basically the state of Israel, again, we are, I think, because we're a small country, it's harder for us to hide problems. If we try to hide it, it explodes, as we saw on October 7th and other issues. So the Knesset passed, the Israeli parliament passed 3 times, year after year after year, an immigration law. It was cancelled by the court, and then another one, and then another one. So the Knesset knows what needs to be done. You have to deport those illegal immigrants that come to Israel. They are destroying the neighborhoods of South Tel Aviv, but they're also a danger to the identity of the state of Israel as a Jewish state. And the court canceled it, kept canceling. I have now, you met Shefi Paz, right?
Yes.
So you met Shefi Paz. I brought her 3 years ago, before the war. I brought her for her birthday. I brought her the draft of the basic law of immigration that I'm pushing forward. When she got in jail a few months ago, I gave it to her, and until she comes out, I will pass it first reading, and I did. And I'm now working to pass it first and second and third reading. Work in progress. But the court, everyone knows, whatever you legislate on immigration, the court will either cancel or disregard.
So just so we can understand that. So the public elect an official, the official passes legislation that the public want, i.e. deporting illegal immigrants or deporting murderers and rapists, and then the court close it and prevent it. Does it sound familiar? The human rights laws of the European Union prevents us from deporting criminals or rapists or murderers. The same is happening in Israel. I think that will surprise a lot of people.
Apparently the world is much smaller than we think.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the work that you are doing, and thank you for the support for Israel. And I think the point that you are making, that we see now with the radical Islam and some woke right have the same problem because to anti-Semitism. I think the point that you are making extremely important.
No, thank you.
Thank you.